Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here at $2.18. It was another green day for XRP. And look at the community sentiment, 88% bullish. I think right now everybody's excited to see XRP moving back up once again. Let's hope that continues. And we are still following Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just above 106K. Let's hope that this market finally starts to move. Let's hope Bitcoin finally gets a chance to break out. Because every time it comes close to around 109, 110K, right away something happens bringing the price back down. I just want to see this cycle play out. And we are not in alt season. You see the chart right here. It's Bitcoin season still. Now, I think what's going to happen is this. I think we're going to see a lot of catalysts for XRP actually happen before we go into alt season. I think we might be going into alt season at a much higher price than expected, is what I'm saying. This comes from Time Traveler. If you hold 1,000 XRP in 2025, you will see $50,000 minimum in profit just this year alone. Bookmark this. That means he's saying that XRP is going to $50. A lot of people are saying that right now. I mean, if you look at everything that's happening, if those ETFs go live, I'm thinking that's going to give XRP a really big push upward. Then you start to look at the case ending and so on. I think anybody holding 1,000 XRP this year most likely will get life-changing money. XRP price could reach $49.18 after the 2028 Bitcoin halving. First of all, who the hell is still looking out to 2028? I'm looking out over the coming months. I'm thinking we're going to hit this price point in this run. And then they always talk about the 2028 halving. Let me tell you something. By 2028, I think most investors are going to move past Bitcoin. They're already starting to do it now. Now imagine we are going into a time where utility and use case is going to drive this market. And people still think that Bitcoin's going to be leading the way in 2028. And that's why I said this 4-year cycle is going to come to an end. Utility is going to end it. And we are going to go above $49.18 long before 2028. I really do believe a lot of Bitcoin maxis write these bullshit articles. And then there's this great piece of novelty here. Here's how much you could make if XRP hits $8 and you hold 15,000 XRP. Okay, so nobody owns a calculator because all you got to do is take 15,000 and times it by 8. It's not very hard. And then this is another great piece. Here's how high XRP needs to go if you plan for $1 million or $5 million retirement with 10,000 XRP. Okay, so at $100, 10,000 XRP is worth $1 million. At $500, 10,000 XRP is worth $5 million. It's not rocket science. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I think they're trying to get you to focus on holding 10 or 15,000 XRP. Be happy with the bag you have. Take whatever XRP you're holding right now and times it by $20. That's the bare minimum that most people can expect from XRP this year. I'm talking the most conservative prediction because I see so many people now saying that $50 plus is coming. So think about it this way. If you're looking for a specific amount of money out of this run, take whatever you're holding, times it by 20, and if it doesn't hit that number, you need to buy more XRP. But definitely be happy that you're buying before the institutions got here. You know, the price of XRP right now, just above $2, it's very undervalued. People don't realize that. You know, you have the naysayers, people that are saying, well, based on market cap in previous cycles, XRP is not going to go above $5 in this run. That's all nonsense. XRP has utility, has use case, and it doesn't rely on market cap. Market cap is more for the stock market. XRP holders will receive 1.2 billion night tokens in Cardano midnight airdrop. The reason I want to talk about this is because I could already see the scams coming. Because there's people that are going to use this to scam people out of their crypto. So the Cardano ecosystem team has released a white paper for the Midnight Network outlining the night token allocation for XRP holders. Users holding at least $100 worth of native tokens across these blockchains of the time of midnight's June 11 snapshot will be eligible to claim the tokens. The airdrop is going to happen in July. Now you're going to see people making posts, oh, click this link to make sure you get your airdrop. And most likely there will be an AI generated video of Charles Hoskinson talking about this as well. You got to keep your crypto safe. I just wanted to share this because this airdrop looks like it's coming in July. And I'm sure there's going to be more information on it before it actually happens. So if you don't see it coming directly from the Cardano team or Charles Hoskinson, most likely it's a scam. Raoul says $3 trillion to $100 trillion crypto market cap once the big players step in. Take a listen to this.
Fantastic. So there's a lot to dig into. And before we start, just observationally, I was out in the Middle East, last month, I think it was, and sitting down with like the sovereign wealth funds. And the mandate across the entire region, from Saudi to Abu Dhabi to Dubai to Bahrain to Qatar, is AI and blockchain. And not just using Bitcoin as a reserve asset, but also building the entire government infrastructure on blockchain, driving licenses, property deeds, the whole bloody lot. So it's it's fascinating to see. And then a lot of people say to me, well, if all of this money's coming in from the sovereigns, that may produce an outside return. And I'm thinking, well, if we're going from 3 trillion to 100 trillion, which is my estimate by just extrapolating out the trend rate of growth, you need larger players each time because the market cap is bigger, right? There's no way you're going to get to 15 trillion this cycle unless you've got bigger players. So it's kind of, I don't think it's what people think it is. I think it's just a function of the size of the market. The bigger it becomes, the more that those people are involved, and the more blockchain technology gets used, the more it uses the alts for infrastructure rails, for new forms of compute and storage and all the other things that are coming. So I just thought it was interesting because everyone's like, oh my God, it's a super cycle because of this. I'm starting to err towards, well, we've talked about this before, a longer cycle, just because the business cycle is still below 50. So generally it takes a while to climb up. And then we use the GMI Financial Conditions Index, and that has a 9-month lead. And with the dollar breaking down, even today, it's starting to suggest that this could not, this may go even into Q2 2026. So it's like the whole cycle got shifted because rates didn't get adjusted and the dollar was sideways for a period of time. So
So he's saying what I've been saying. It looks like this cycle is being prolonged, delayed, but he's thinking it's going to go into Q2 2026. I think we're going to top out most likely in January of 2026. I think what's going to happen is they're going to end up cutting the rates, and that's going to get things going very fast. But right now, it's like the calm before the storm. And right away, they always like to say, well, $100 trillion is going to come into this space, and like 95 trillion of it's going to go right into Bitcoin. The days of that are ending. I'm telling you, people are looking past Bitcoin now. You know, it was like great during its time, but now you're already seeing this market mature. And institutions, they want to hold something that does something. They want to hold something that actually fixes some of the problems they have. Like I was just talking in a video yesterday about Meta. They have a problem with cross-border payments that they want to solve. So do you honestly think that they're going to go all in on Bitcoin? Absolutely not, because it's too slow and too expensive. They're going to look for something that fixes the problems that they are looking to solve. And other companies are going to go in the same direction. Amazon, they're going to want a better cross-border payment solution as well. All these companies deal with cross-border payments and the broken SWIFT system. We're holding the greatest asset when it comes to cross-border payments, XRP. But everything is shifting now, too. You know, we're going from the traditional financial system into a new financial system. And as that's happening, it's all going to be based on technology advancement, things like that. And a lot of these networks, they're built to deal with and handle a new financial system. That's why most of this money is going to shift into other cryptocurrencies. Taxis in the UAE have now begun accepting crypto as a form of payment. XRP is the first fully regulated digital asset in the UAE. I would never spend my XRP on a taxi. I would not buy beer and tacos with my XRP either. You know, that will come later. I'm talking like when XRP is sitting at very high prices and things are like, say you go and buy a car and a brand new car might only cost you 10 XRP in the future. That's when you want to be spending some of your XRP. But before that happens, you're going to make a hell of a lot of passive income off of your XRP first. What I'm saying is, you don't want to spend it on nonsense today when you can possibly have generational wealth over the next couple of years. This comes from Easy A. Next up, we're putting the spotlight on the winners of the Ripple Impact and Explorer tracks at our Easy A Xrpl hackathon. They're tackling some of the biggest problems in crypto. Look at all this growth for the XRP ledger. So you have Easy A. RL Treasury lets anyone earn yield on their RLUSD. If you ever wanted to earn yield on your stablecoins, all on the XRP ledger, you'll love this one. RL Treasury, building out on the XRP ledger. Wiser transforms any XRP ledger or EVM wallet into a non-custodial debit card, seamlessly converting crypto to fiat in real time on the XRP ledger. XRP Ledger Asset Manager is a platform built on the XRP Ledger designed to help users manage their assets while limiting risk, all on chain. Biden. This one looks really interesting. Helps unbanked individuals get credit scores so they can improve their lives and access new opportunities, like actually getting loans for the first time. With 1 in 6 people unbanked globally, they're solving a massive problem. These are the projects building out on the XRP ledger. But some big influencers will tell you there's no growth on the XRP ledger. It's dying because their project that somebody's paying them to talk about either left the XRP ledger or got pushed off the XRP ledger over time, or it was just a dead project to begin with. But these are the type of projects you want to see building on the XRP ledger. It's all about fixing problems in the real world. I really like that FIDENT because that's all about banking the unbanked, leveling the playing field, and it's going to impact a lot of people globally. I think it's going to be a game changer. But like I said at the beginning of this video, we're looking at XRP right now. It's sitting here at $2.19, but it's green again today. I'm just hoping we continue to get this gradual upward movement. And I would really love to see Bitcoin start to break out. That will solidify a better time frame for alt season as well. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.